We're at question number 19 from the 2013 Revised Higher Physics paper. And it says a graph shows how the charge Q stored in a capacitor varies with the potential difference voltage V across the capacitor. This is very similar to the graph that I drew in the previous question, number 18. If you want to look at that video, you're welcome to. So that's the graph showing the relationship between charge and voltage. Which of the following statements are correct? So let's go through each one in turn. First of all, the gradient of the graph represents the capacitance of the capacitor. So we need to think about this in terms of the relationship. Let's just clarify what the relationship is. It's Q is equal to CV. The charge is equal to the capacitance times the voltage, and that's effectively in the form of y is equal to mx. And we have a graph here where the y-axis is Q, the x-axis is V, and the gradient therefore is C, which is the capacitance of the capacitor. So the gradient represents capacitance. That is correct. Second statement, the area under the graph represents the work done in charging the capacitor. I commonly teach that the area under the graph is the energy stored in the capacitor, given by half QV. But of course that is also represented as the work done in charging the capacitor, because the energy stored in the capacitor wouldn't be there if work wasn't done, and the work done has to be equal to the energy stored. So that is correct as well. And then 3, the energy stored is given by the equation E equals QV. Well, I've just answered that one. That's incorrect, as I've stated above. It's just something to bear in mind here. This equation is also a very similar equation might be written in the formula sheet, and bear in mind that that equation represents the work done in moving a charged particle in an electric field, which is a very common mistake for pupils to make, confusing that equation and the one for the energy stored in the capacitor. So let's have a look and see if 1 and 2 are correct. What options does that give us? So 1 and 2 are correct, means that D is the right answer. Okay.